Friend of the show is Chris Smalls. Wrong one.
Oh, I love him.
So Chris Smalls found himself. I'm sorry, Warren, for your eyeballs. I don't know what happened. I had these open in dark mode. Chris Smalls found himself arrested this week. So, three union organizers, including Amazon union president Chris Smalls, were arrested for trespassing. And what were they doing? They were bringing pizza and they were talking. This was outside JFK 8 warehouse in Staten Island, according to Business Insider. I won't go to Business Insider. They're corporate mainstream media. I'm not a big fan of their stuff. But not the first time police have been called to this particular warehouse. They've been giving Chris a hard time. And I actually was alerted to this because Jordan Chariton was over and had a cameraman over at the warehouse live while he was talking to the cops. So I was able to kind of get this on the live feed. This is a 5-minute and 50-second video. And he's just sitting there talking with them most of the time. I can share this, unmute it for a second. Let me.
You came here trespass. Or you getting arrested.
If you do that, every visitor that's on this property.
This is where it actually starts to get physical.
You're gonna make
What
sure
is the
that they
charge? I'm not trespassing. I'm a visitor.
Trespass.
I'm a visitor.
10 seconds.
so you're
Cipriano, if you do that, if you attack him, that'll be.
He's putting hands on me.
No. He's a worker. He works here. What are you? Hold on. Stop.
Keep your hands off of him.
He's a worker.
No, you're not doing it.
What am I under arrest for? All they do is that's resisting arrest. Y'all are cops. Look at you.
Let me go. I'm not
So
gonna.
we got Chris Smalls and the camera person, who actually is an Amazon employee himself. He's an invited guest on the property. Amazon didn't want him there. They called the cops. This has been an ongoing thing. And that's one of the things that they were talking about. The arrest came after the food was given in the break room. Okay, we were just giving out free grilled chicken and pasta to all the workers in the break room. The arrest came right after they were done. GM said they came out, said they were calling the cops. I mean, so once he got out, I'm free and I'm not stopping. He's telling everybody to unionize. Big fan, big supporter, Chris. I sent him messages of solidarity. He sent me DM that night, said he was okay. And then there was this article that I found in Reuters that night. Well, it turns out that Amazon has been accused of violating labor law for what they did in calling the cops and having Chris arrested as a labor leader. And I don't know if anybody's, I'm guessing that some people have already talked about this part of it, but that, okay, workers are voting to unionize on March 25th. So they're trying to get people into, to support this union. And of course, Amazon has been fighting this every step of the way. We've been covering, again, the unfair labor practices. Now, this is specifically a charge with regard to trying to stop an organizer, I believe. Okay. Brett Daniels and Jason Anthony arrested on Wednesday in retaliation for their involvement with the union. Christian Smalls previously worked at the warehouse and was fired, of course, we know, in March of 2020 after COVID started. Okay, Amazon spokesman said that the settlement pertains to the rights of employees to solicit on the company's property, and we did nothing to stop employees from soliciting. Shady. Again, they just don't want their employees to organize and to actually look. The RWDSU filed charges with the NLRB accusing them of unlawfully interfering in the election. And you can see that right here. And that was, again, in Bessemer. So that also continues. So Daniel Wiesner for Reuters, again, not a huge fan of corporate news, and we know that these guys are one of the mouthpieces for imperialism. but I have to say that they're at least following the story, and they at least have the budget to be able to do so. So, solidarity with Chris Small, solidarity with the Amazon workers. This is a rough situation. Again, I want to see them unionize. I want to see Amazon held to account. I want to see Amazon take care of its people. What do you think, Nolly? I know you're a fan of Chris.
I am, and the thing that really infuriates me is the fact that they do he was searched 4 different times.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else, just him.
Yeah.
They deliberately mess with people who are once you're a target, you're a target. And I don't care if a cop says, "I don't know you from Adam." 9 times out of 10, they're lying to you.
Yeah.
They know exactly who you are, what you've been up to, and probably who you're doing. It's ridiculous the amount of information that they are privy to, and they get into that information even when they're not supposed to. Like, they will run your plates in when when you haven't broken the law. They're not allowed to do that. They are not allowed to do that. They have to have cause
to run your plates. Sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they do it anyway, and that's how so many people get stopped for stupid crap like driving on a suspended or whatever, which is no longer a thing here in the state that I'm in, which thank God. If you can't pay your fine, they can't take your license because you couldn't pay or because you didn't show up to court. The only way they can do that is if it is a crime, if there is a victim. So all the people who, if you're in Washington State, there's a few other states that have done it, check your local laws because they have recently changed them in several states, including mine, to where you can go back and get your driver's license, even if you have unpaid tickets.
Oh, wow.
So don't risk stupid shit by not having insurance or whatever and risking an accident. Go get your damn license back if you can. If it's because you didn't show up to court or it's because you couldn't pay your fines, they have to give it back to you.
Wow.
They've actually found it to be unconstitutional to do that.
Amazing.
And it also does a lot of harm and affects like the people of lower class or of lower income the most. So your states, I think there's 12 states now that have enacted these new laws. So your state could be one of them. What they're doing to Chris is disgusting, and I'd like to say it's going to stop, but I'm worried it's only going to get worse.